So I'm a little bit delusional on the way to London very shortly. I'm just trying my best to get all the jobs done, and then I'm not leaving Roy completely in the lurch, even though I know I am. So Roy's messed with Beat Chopper. I have just strawed that shed, fed it and scraped it, and then scraped and God, look at the dust. Obviously you can see I've just sawdusted them cubicles. I don't want to put this outside. Charlotte, stop it. It's in a bin. I'm just going to go and turn the oven on so the children have got some tea, and then I need to hot foot it. The fires are lit. Is the boiler on? I can't remember whether the boiler's on or not. Never mind. Hot foot it in the car. Oh, I need to pump a tyre up because it said it was slightly low. I think it might have a bit of a slow puncher. I must remember my passport because you will not be allowed into Parliament without it. Obviously I will not look like this. I actually don't know what I'm going to look like, which is an issue. I haven't got a clue what I'm going to wear. Oh, I can't believe I'm about to go in the house like this. Doing anything on an under. Who said to dress like a farmer? There's a tree in there. There's a tree going round in the escalator. Potatoes from Yorkshire. So do you let it out or do you let it go? Like that's how. Do you do what you want? Well, you never know. Put a smile on your face like you never cared. Sick of dreaming you could be out there. This is too exciting.
So 12 minutes past 7 now. Well, thousands of farmers are, as we speak, closing in on Westminster to vent their fury at changes to make them start paying inheritance tax on properties worth over £1 million.
And they're going to be joined by one very high-profile farmer, Jeremy Clarkson. He's leaving diddly squats to make his way to Westminster. He says the government wants to cleanse the countryside. He says farmers are at breaking point. Very good morning to you both. So Rebecca, are you one of those very, very wealthy farmers who are in farming for the tax dodge, the avoidance, and you can easily afford to pay a 20% inheritance tax when you inherit the farm?
Well, I wish I was one of those very wealthy farmers. For us at home.
So, Rebecca has just been on Good Morning Britain. That was rather exciting. Oh. So Charlotte, tell me where you store your phone when you go into a live TV studio. My burner phone. I thought they might take it off me, and I really wanted to video Rebecca, so I stored a burner phone down my sock. Look how lovely these messages are. If I felt stressed yesterday, to have these messages, I literally makes me emotional. That is so good. So good. Like, honestly, she just did so well. So well. Like, yes, just yes. Everything's yes. But so Rebecca. So Rebecca. Oh my God, this is more nervous than being a bloody Good Morning Britain. Well, I'd have just gone, I'll stop you there. Actually, I wish I had got in, I'll stop you there. I know, Roy's going to be really disappointed in Rebecca for not saying,
he wanted me to,
and I'll stop you there. That's what he wanted.
I did try and interject a bit though, because he was saying stuff and I could feel myself inside thinking, that's not right. But I did try and...
Do you know what and I haven't done a video about this, and I'm going to probably spew it all out right now. My annoyance with all this is people are quoting that 3 million, right? Why the hell should people have to get married? What kind of tax loop stipulates marriage? I mean, we're in 2024, not 1980.
But that 3 million keeps getting repeated to try and, I think, put a kind of fluffy coating around the situation. That is only in really specific circumstances. And actually, many farms are over 3 million anyway. So it still doesn't fit. There's still going to be a massive number of people
affected.
And
they're all overlooking the fact that we do not get paid the cost of production to keep food cheap for the general public.
I'm glad I got that in.
I'm so
really
pleased.
Tried.
Yeah, because that is the baseline. We don't get paid enough because food's cheap for people.
definitely. No, I think he did really well. Honestly, I think he did really well. And did you know he had 7 farms in his constituency? What? I mean, that would be something I'll be keeping quiet, because it does show that you probably don't know much about farming. I know, there's 7 farms in our village. No, there's not. Hold on, let me count how many there is. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, do you know what? In our village alone, there is more farms than what he had in his entire constituency.
Out of your MP's book.
Tim Farron all the way. Woo! I'm going as a nun by all accounts. Houses down there are 2.2 million. There ain't no food production in them, is there? I don't think they've got back gardens. Rebecca, I can smell cannabis. It's not an ideal situation. It doesn't bode well with me. Oh my God. Rebecca had to teach me. I've got a new favourite game. It's making eye contact with people and smiling. It's rather amusing, I must say. How can so many people be in such a confined space and be so silent? This is crazy. Listen, you can hear their shoes on the floor.
Is there anything coming?
So I'm stood in Shepherd's Bush and this girl walks past me, a vision in ginger. This is none other than Alexandra Howard, Carlisle native. I mean, what? And she's going to work.
I know.
She's a city girl. Here we have some boys who look slightly more like farmers than we do. That is amazing. Well done, you. Good effort, lads. Good effort.
See you there.
Oh, God, you really... He really does look... All the way from Cumbria. You can't see it. WS Transportation. So I'm casually strolling through London, strutting my stuff, and I find none other than very tall Will Murray.
Honestly, it's really weird being here.
Isn't it? So how many people have you seen that you know?
But it feels like you're at
Just used
market.
to.
Is that all? You're ruining my entire video.
Casually strutting her stuff on a London street. On the phone to the radio, you know how it is. Press, press, press.
I am indeed. I am stood outside Big Ben.
You know, where's Big Ben?
A low loader unloading 2 huge JCB fast tracks with a couple of children to ride. There's lots of chains clanking and yeah, exciting. And you can definitely tell which ones are the farmers because we do not dress for London, let me tell you.
Doing amazing.
Well, the farmers. It's an awful big deal, to be honest, and it's money that we'll just have to find. And as always, farming's seen foot and mouth, it's seen BSE, you know, it's seen all the big crisis. We will get through this and we will battle on because we do not have a choice, but it's just made extremely hard and there's a lot of obstacles in our way. How would you find it? I don't know. If you were on the government's advice, you would diversify, you would sign up to green agreements and try and recoup some money that way, but honestly, it would be
So do you let it out or do you let it go? Do you do what you want? Well, you never know.
Lads,
Hello.
how are you feeling about today? Tell us your name, where'd you come from? I feel like Paddy McGuinness. What's your name and where'd you come from?
Hello. My name's Sam. I'm from farmer from up in Nottingham.
No, that's not all. I'm from Cumbria.
Okay, a bit down south.
Yeah, he's from down south basically and he's lying to me. Stop it. Andrew Lloyd Webber is in front of me. I'm actually fangirling. Probably the only one here. Oh my goodness. If I sing at him, what will he do? Andrew Lloyd Webber in front of the fast track icon. I have seen Andrew Lloyd Webber. I have seen the Prime Minister himself, but nothing compares
Ta-da! Hello, gorgeous.
Please, yeah, come on forward. We've got about 10 or 15 wheelbarrows. Anybody with any food, please bring it over here. There's some wheelbarrows.
So we are walking through the streets of London right now.
I feel like I'm at market and just seeing him and the person you know.
For once in London, people are speaking to each other. They are making eye contact. They are nodding in acknowledgement, and they are actually doing something out of this world. They are saying hello. Rebecca we're looking for ITV who are next to, oh you don't, they're next to Nelson. What does Nelson Mandela look like? Does anybody know? Looking around all the statues and looking who they are. We have found Nelson Mandela.
I'm here to stand with all my fellow farmers.
There's an invention called wellies. These TV cameras are for Rebecca, and like there's just crowds of young lads.
They value food security. So to have a policy which completely...
Ollie doing a little interview there. Oh, so Nigel Farage is about to try and break in.
We're going to dip you.
I'm like a sheep in a pen. I'm waiting to get Nigel Farage.
Thank you. Family farm on in a financially stable way for my 3 children. That makes me so. Political greed. They think they can replace us with importing food. They can't. They understand the importance in food in keeping a nation running. Remember as well, for every pound we spend on importing food, we may never see that back. And if we come together to show the government we will be heard. Let's unite all businesses that rely on farming. Let's unite all businesses that cannot pass their hard work to the next generation because of this appalling budget. Downing Street, if you can hear us, you need to fix this.
You're here to make clear this is an impossible family farm tax for British farmers to pay. I think we're making pretty clear that this doesn't...
The view we have from up here is unbelievable. And talking about emotional, I had tears in my eyes when I came up here about half an hour ago. Thank you so much for supporting us. We really appreciate it.
You'd be good at training sheepdogs. Okay, Rebecca needs to teach me how to whistle. A nice strong woman on the stand. Here we have Kemi, what a legend.
This is like a big moment, but it's all the promise.
You know you've made it when you've got a brolly man.
Got a brolly man who's just sweating.
She's swept in, looking fabulous.
Knows that bad weather, a bad harvest could put you out of business. We know that you are buffeted every day by what happens all around the world. We know that you need protection. We understand that you have been doing this all your lives, that without you, we cannot eat.
We don't know if he's going to make it on the stage, so could we all give him a big cheer to make sure he does make it onto the stage? Everybody cheer!
Legal advice. Who's spoken to their accountant and who spoke to their solicitor and realised how bad this budget is? Put your hands up higher. Yeah, so it's not an overreaction. We really are. So where Tom Rees is, I have a feeling he might be down there with pedal tractors, because we could do with the keys for the scissor lift. If you can hear me down there, Tom, get yourself to the scissor lift.
Right. Now, Jeremy, I hope you don't mind me saying this. Jeremy's had a bit of a bad back recently, so it has actually been a serious deal for him to get here today. Now, remember how loudly you cheered when we were trying to get number 11 to know you were here. I know you've got some horns out there. 1, 2, 3, cheer!
Thanks, Emily. Thanks, Ollie. Hello, everybody. Ollie. You're right, I'm not supposed to be here, I'm not supposed to be talking, but we've got a few things to say, and I'm going to start with a bit of honesty. I lived in London 25, 30 years, and when I was here, like a lot of people who live in cities and go on Twitter, I thought farmers drove around in Range Rovers, moaning, until February, and then you all went skiing. And then about 5 years ago, I started farming. And I've come to understand just how unbelievably difficult it is, and complicated, and dangerous, and cold. Very cold. Even when we're harvesting, it's cold. And it's just the forest of costs that staggered me. £200,000. Somebody needs to turn their mics off. £200,000.
We need a medic.
Medic.
We need a medic to the...
I'm going to say
to the right of the stage.
To the north of the stage at 3 o'clock. Okay, so, as we all know, everyone down there, you know a tractor. £200,000 for a medium-sized one. A combine, £500,000. All the equipment costs a fortune. And if you try to price what you're selling to accommodate that, there's just a lot of moaning. You get people saying, oh, I shouldn't pay that, I can get a chicken from abroad. Yeah, you can. But it's so full of chlorine, it tastes like a swimming pool with a beak. And then you've got the environmentalists endlessly shouting at you. Oh, you cows. They're altering the composition of the gases. Some of you down there will know what I'm on about when I say we've got a lot of GS4 this year on the farm. And we were told, oh, the sheep will love it. And so we have all of this complication and all of this cost. And there's very, very little money in it. Very little money, as you know. And then we got the budget. Now I know a lot of people all across the country in all walks of life took a bit of a kick on the shin with that budget. You lot got a knee in the nuts and a light hammer blow to the back of the head. Because we had pickup trucks, double cab pickup trucks, being reclassified as company cars. 211% tax rise there. £50 carbon tax on a bag of fertiliser. The basic farm payments altered in such a way that we're getting a lot less than we thought we were going to get. And then there was the inheritance tax business. Honestly, I don't know where to start. I know you've heard a lot about it today, and I'm not going to dwell on that. I will just say this. Rachel Reeves has told us, what is it, 72% of farmers are going to be unaffected by this. I've just been interviewed by Victoria Derbyshire for Newsnight. Let's see if we can educate her here, if she's still around, Victoria. How many people here, if you'd raise your hands, are from a family farm? I want to see, right. I hope you can see that. I hope we've got our cameras from the show up high to see. That's a lot of hands. Now, keep them up, and I want you to lower them if you think, and you've had time to work this out, you think you're going to be unaffected by the changes to APR and BPR. Put your hands down if you're going to be unaffected. Thank you. My case rests. Here. And for all the farmers who are stuck at home today, paralysed by a fog of despair over what's been foisted upon them, I beg of the government to be big, to accept that this was rushed through, it wasn't thought out, and it's a mistake. That's the big thing to do, admit it, and back down. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.
Martin.
Sorry, everybody always just asked me to ask you if you could all turn around now, because we'd like to get a photograph of the size of this protest. The camera's somewhere down near the cenotaph there. Hold up your placards, hold up your banners. Let's get a picture of this. And thank you once again, everybody. And thank you, Ollie. And thank you, Emily. And thank you, everybody who's put this amazing thing together at very short notice.
It's all very fancy.
Right, the next speaker is called Laurie. She, I think, is from the... They would not change agricultural property relief.
Just give him the bucket. Give him the whole bucket.
And yet suddenly they've done it in the budget.
Break a leg bone.
Thank you. Make sure that
This is bribery.
We do not do this and made it happen. Come on! Once again, thanks to everyone behind us. And remember that we're fighting for our children, we're fighting for our grandchildren, and we will not be beaten. Thank you.
Breaking news. I am with the man responsible for losing how many?
They're not lost.
How many? How many?
32.
32 pedal tractors in a crowd this size. And he still thinks they're going to come back to him.
They are, because they're all donated to children's hospitals locally.
I don't know if I'm going to put this in YouTube, but like, whatever's going on, that chanting, that is not representative of me at all. I don't like it. It
seems a bit intimidatory at this stage. I mean, we're not right in the middle of it, but...
And I hate it. So me and Rebecca are on our way to Church House to lobby our MPs. Rebecca's MP is...
He is Sir Alex Shelbrooke. He is a Conservative, so I feel like, am I preaching to the choir? But I still want to, I guess, represent farmers and tell them what it's like on the ground.
Well, my MP is Tim Farron, and I'm definitely preaching to the choir. That man was on stage today. It's absolutely wonderful. He's always had the back of farming. May I add, before it was fashionable. He's always been a voice of farming from as long as I can remember. He's absolutely wonderful. So yeah, big up Tim.
That's right, because
I mean, never mind Ferraris and things in London. Now that is what I am talking about. Oh, Rebecca, how happy would this be?
Oh my God.
Issues.
Oh! Stop it, I can't put this on the internet.
You get that fringe looking good, Charlotte. Okay, we have lobbied Rebecca's MP. Now we are going to spit strawberry on you. We're going to lobby my MP. Like, I'm not going to say it, but my lobby is slightly posher than your lobby. We get little badges and go through security, and we're going inside Big Ben. Right, I'm sorry.
You're not Big Ben.
Is that not Big Ben?
Yeah, but I don't think we go in there. Is that Big Ben?
Yes, of course it is. Oh, let's hide it. It's just, right, you might not see any more from me. We are about to go into mass lobby in none other than
the Houses of Parliament. Oh gosh, they don't want visitors, do they? Look at those gates. No put on. Rebecca stood in a put on.
Okay, so I have lobbied Rebecca's MP, who was Conservative, and needed slightly more lobbying than you. This is my local MP who needs no lobbying. This is Tim Farron.
I'm always pleased to be lobbied. Thank you for having me.
I have never been quite in a building quite so big. I won't lie.
This is Westminster Hall. It's about 1,000 years old, and apparently once upon a time when someone did some dusting up there, they found, and this is not a euphemism, Henry VIII shuttlecock.
Stop it.
There you are.
I love how we're talking about this when there's serious things to be discussed.
There are.
I've asked you a few questions, and one of them was, going forward, what would you advise us as farmers to do to incite further change?
Well, we haven't to let this drop. I mean, this has been a really important day. This has got lots of coverage, and lots of journalists who had never really thought about farming in the past now have done. We've got to keep that relationship up. And my job is every week to try and find ways of bringing this into the public domain, asking questions here, making speeches here, just trying to keep the pressure and keep nagging ministers. What do farmers do on the ground? I think build a relationship with your politicians. You might be really angry perhaps with your Labour MP. If you have a Labour MP, then make sure you go and see them, is my advice to farmers, and build a good relationship with them. Don't fall out with them.
No.
Keep pushing them, keep showing them the impact this will have on your farm or your neighbour's farm. Talk not just about the APR, although do, but also talk about the impact of basic payment changes next year, and about the need for a proper comprehensive food production strategy, which no government has had for decades.
Yes, no, that's absolutely brilliant. I just wanted to get you on my YouTube video to finish it off so that I can post it, hopefully before we get on a train, so thank you very much.
Great, let's hope the Wi-Fi works. And the train.
Yeah, well, it'll be better than our Wi-Fi anyway.
As long as in me, because he's watched.
So I think I am going to leave the video there. What a day! We've just ordered food and a pint, and then we are going to get our bags. Don't forget those. We forgot we even had bags, and then we're going home. What a day. Bye!